Pennant, cost of filling up petrol tanks surges by €10 in a fortnight. A new survey from the AA Ireland shows it'll now cost €750 more this year to fuel a petrol car. Against this backdrop, Robert Troy said he travelled on free public transport in Luxembourg. That's the junior minister, and he believes Ireland should move toward making public transport free. Do you think there's a logic in having free public transport?
Yeah, I absolutely do, and I think it's funny because I actually think, we were talking about it this morning and we were saying, gosh, is the price of petrol, is it time to make it free? The price of petrol climb is actually an argument against making it free, because the dearer petrol gets, the more incentive we have to use free public transport, irrespective of what it's costing us currently. Yeah. There's that. But in general, of course I do, because there's lots of things other than cost are the reasons that we don't use public transport. Inconvenience, you might have to walk to your DART station, or you may not have a bus stop that brings you where you want to go, so you may have to change buses and go on bus connects and all that kind of things. Maybe not running late enough in the evening or starting early enough in the morning. There's all kinds of reasons other than cost that puts us off. The great unwashed, the crowded Lewis carriages, all that kind of stuff. Those things put people off. But you can change that, and you can incentivise people to use it with free public transport, and it makes infinite sense to get us less, I suppose, dependent on cars, less dependent on fossil fuels as a consequence. I think it's a great idea. I
don't think it's a great idea. I think it's one of those kind of easy, kind of great headlines that politicians love. Free everything. Look, I'm a huge advocate of public transport. But I think, firstly, it's not free. Let's be honest about this. Somebody has to pick up the tab, and we are literally talking about tens of billions to do this. So I don't think it's affordable. And I don't think public transport could cope with it. If public transport is already straining, seriously under strain at the moment. So I would be much more in favour of actually spending money on really good public transport. I think that would be way more. We can't. We can't have everything.
You see, I suspected you were going to say this, because I know how you feel about money trees and that nothing, everything can't be free. But there are certain things that are important. Do you believe in free education?
I agree to a degree. I don't necessarily agree with free third level education.
No, but you agree in free first and second level education.
Well, it's there, so you're never going to change it. But yes.
Yes, you do. Is this not up there with that as an important sort of a social intervention? I think it is. And I think deep down, Shane Coleman, you think it is too.
I don't. I actually don't, because I don't think public transport could cope with the numbers. And I would much rather see, because I don't think you can do everything, so I'd much rather see the money raised from, and I certainly agree the cost could and should be lower, but making it free, I don't think that's, I think if there's a really good public transport system there, people will use it. We've seen it with the Lewis, we've seen it with the DART. People will use it. They don't mind spending $2.50 on a ticket if it is a good public transport. So for me, the emphasis should be on building more and better public transport rather than free public transport.